We wriggle and bite, we crawl and chew, by Luke Daniel A. Rivera. In an old tree, deep in the forest, a clutch of eggs lay deep within the old wood's tangled branches. The eggs shook and squirmed until a rabble of worms burst forth and crawled their way out of the nursery. The worms wriggled through the twist, not one looking like the other, squirming along in a kaleidoscope of writhing colors, each dancing to its own rhythm, wearing its own colors, carrying its own shape. The worms danced in under the stars in the eve of their birth, and grew under the pale light of the moon, which sang to the babes, "Grow, my children, and come to my embrace."
Grow, my children, and come to my embrace.
Grow wings, so you may bask in Mother Moon's grace.
Grow wings, so you may bask in Mother Moon's grace.
The moon's song grew the worms twofold. In their growth, they opened their eyes and saw each other. The mesmerizing shapes and colors, so varied and distinct, yet they all saw they were the same. The worms all saw that they were humble creatures with many legs. The worms all saw that not one of them is that different from each other. We are all just worms,
We are all just worms.
they all say in unison. Their distinct shapes and colors didn't matter much, as their eyes were blind to what makes them fantastic and only saw the mundane. We are all just worms,
We are all just worms.
they repeat. The worms crawled through, and the worms crawled and grew once again, their eyes opening to the song of the moon. It beckoned, the moon sang, "Come to me, my children,
Come to me, my children,
and dance among my race."
and dance among my race.
The worms looked up with their eyes and shook their heads. They saw the glimmering moon up high, so very, very high. Its rays beyond reach way up high, and resigned themselves. We are all just worms,
We are all just worms.
they repeat, for they saw that they could not reach her with their humble forms with many legs. The moon grew sorrowful, for the worms could not reach her light. So she sang another song, a song so soft, so gentle, that the worms could not hear her plight. The song grew the worms once more, growing mouths with tongues and teeth. With new mouths the worms rejoiced, and dug into the wood, driven by hunger, eating through the discarded pieces of the old tree. This they thought was necessary, this they thought was their duty. As they repeat, we are all just worms.
We are all just worms.
For worms shall always eat, for worms shall always crawl, and the moon and the worms shall never meet. We are all just worms,
We are all just worms.
they repeat once again. The worms gorged and grew, sustained by their verdant cradle. Crawling through the tangle, some began to think, looking up to the moon, hoping to hear her sing. They thought, what if we were more than just worms?
What if we are more than just worms?
So they climbed up the branches, the plinths of the tree, hoping that the moon shall call upon them once again. The worms then heard it, her beautiful song. The moon reached out and they froze. They thought, am I really more than just a worm?
Am I really more than just a worm?
Their bodies began to be wrapped in umber hues as they contemplated themselves. A worm crawls and eats, that much is true. But they thought, what if I didn't enjoy the bark more than the leaf?
What if don't I enjoy the bark more than the leaf?
Don't I have a greener hue?
Don't I have a greener hue?
Don't I have 2 legs less than my neighbor?
Don't I have 2 legs less than my neighbor?
The chrysalis shined under the moonlight and hummed along with her tune. It has now learned what it could be. A worm must crawl and eat, that much is true, but it can also enjoy the greener leaves. A worm may also have a whiter hue. A worm may also have 4 legs more than its neighbor. I am more than a worm,
I am more than a worm.
they then exclaimed. The moon then sang louder than it ever did, cracking open the amber cages of the moths and the beetles, the butterflies and the cicadas, and all the beautiful things. They all soared and danced in the moon's embrace, in glorious symphony. They buzzed and hummed, laughed and loved, through the rays of the darling moon, becoming the shimmering stars in her choir, the melody to her song. The moon, however, could not hide the sorrow in its voice. For many children may not leave the bramble of their birth, for they refuse to think of themselves as more than just worms, that they can only crawl and eat, mere worms who are humble and many-legged. The moon sings in a joyful sorrow, that many children will not be able to dance with her and her song, in the belief that they must be worms alone, and shall be forever, will be worms and worms always. The end.